So the good news is that I only need a little bit of resin casting done, at least a few items done. Most of it's battle scarring work, so there's, a sort of GM torso to be battle scarred. There's three GM ground types in here to be battle scarred. One's been scuffed up but not really damaged. There's spare arms and whatnot. There's two of these to be battle scarred. This has its wings cut off or broke off, so if you can make it look like it was shot down and crashed. This gun parry has crashed, and it needs to look like it was shot down. I don't want it to be overly damaged, though. Like, it doesn't look like it has to be shot on the ground by Zaku's and utterly obliterated, but it's smacked into the ground and maybe some damage to an engine or two, so that took it down, or a wing, whatever kind of scarring for it crashing. Got that too. Got a couple Gelgoog shields, two Gelgoog version 1s that need scarred. Thought I might make a good Army Men video. Might even be able to be like, hey, if you want your Army Men tanks scarred, send them to Josh Serna, maybe get you some custom jobs or something. Army Men community. Gallop thruster. Just scar the crap out of it. Seriously, just blow it up. As bad as you can. A big row. Also to be damaged. And an option part for it. You can make it so this arm is just completely destroyed since I don't have the end of it. And, when I need to animate, I'll just pop the little things back in there from my good one and whatnot. Got a Dom that somebody did a decent job scarring. People buying lots, I would get lots that were partially scarred, or figures that people started scarring and then they gave up. This is the Dom upper torso from episode 2, part 3, and it needs to look completely different than it is now because, it needs to be reused. Things that I need resin casted. There's only 3 things. This little shield from the Gundam full armor, like some of those shields. 10. This is the GM Command backpack. Now, you're probably going to have to try this one or two ways, or possibly 2 different ways, to figure out what works. These boosters, they can come out, and I've got plenty of scrap boosters from old Char counterattack suits that if you just took all the boosters out of this and resin casted it, because the boosters weren't resin casting properly, I can put boosters into it. So, take out all the boosters and try resin casting it. If boosters don't tend to resin cast well, which I don't recall them doing very successfully, and I'd like to get a lot of these backpacks. 15. Another thing that I need is... at one point I had you do the Galbady Alpha's forearms, which are for the Gelgoog Jaeger and Gelgoog Marines. And I don't have those here, but I'll pull it out and stick it in the bag. You did those, but you put the supports on the outside of the arm, and I would like you to recast, to make a new mold for it with the supports on the air vents on the inside of the arm, because trying to cut it down and make it perfect has always been a struggle with those that I did have made, and having the supports or vents on the bottom inside the arm that's going to be glued to the Gelgoog Marines that I'm building will go so much better. And I'd like to get 20 of those. I'm not really in a rush for any of this to be done. You can do it in your timing. That's about it. And let me know what you'd taken trade. Thanks, man. See you later.